This is my channel, and it's all about AI for the rest of us. I've been very frustrated trying to learn AI that a lot of things just don't get explained. I've been on a lot of channels, I've taken some courses, and some are like over my head because I'm not a programmer. So I want to make what I've learned accessible to everybody. So from kids to elder adults to people who maybe have a degree, an advanced degree in something, but it's not a computer field. So I want to make the things I've learned accessible to everybody, no matter what your walk of life is. So you can use AI in your daily life to get more stuff done. Hello and welcome to Dennis Teaches AI. Are you a programmer? I'm not. Are you really frustrated with all these channels claiming to teach you AI, but they assume that you're either a programmer or you're really techie, and they don't go into detail and explain exactly what they're talking about? Every discipline has its jargon. If you speak in jargon, you're going to lose most of your audience. So I will not speak in jargon. I will explain everything. That's why I created this channel. So I'm stepping into a new role as AI teacher, but I am also a learner. I've only been using AI heavily for about 3 months. And during that time, I've learned one important fact. The quality of your answer and how useful it is to you is directly related to how you ask the question. And I'll go into that in detail in future videos. I'm creating an ethical AI. Ethical AI means an AI that respects your privacy and is not going to blab your data all over the internet. Is personal on your computer, a local AI. I'm going to teach you how you can load this AI onto your machine when I get it built. I am not building it from scratch. I am using the Sapient HRM AI. If you look up HRM AI, you get all these things about human resources departments. I'm not hiring anybody. I want a little AI that I can put on an older machine that doesn't have the most RAM or the most power. I want to be able to make this AI available for free. And the data set of the ethics document that I've downloaded off of the EU and UN websites. So I got the data for free. I'm going to create a data set that AI can understand, and then I'm going to provide that for free because I don't believe in charging for something that AI made. I'm doing this project because there's a real need for tiny AIs trained in ethics. More about that in a minute. I'm learning AI, so what qualifies me to teach you? Well, I used to be a library worker. I worked at Georgia State University in Atlanta, Georgia, in the library. And every so often I would have a 2-hour shift on the public computer cluster. And in walked this 72-year-old man. He looked kind of lost, so I went up to him and said, "Can I help you?" And he said that he wanted to start a small business, but he wanted to use the business databases we had on CD-ROM. This was 1994. So remember those shiny disks? Yeah, that's where we had our databases. So I said, "Sure, I can help you. Come on and sit right here and I'll show you what to do." Well, I started telling him what to type in, and he looked at the keyboard and he looked at me. And he says, "I've never typed on a typewriter." And that was really unusual for the time. So I took the time to explain what the Shift key did, what the Control key did, what the Alt key did, and basically taught him from scratch how to use a keyboard period, and then taught him how to use the database. Now, when I got off my shift, my boss wasn't very happy with me. She said, "You spent the entire 2 hours with this one patron. You need to spread your time out so that you help a lot of people. You need to just politely tell them to go take a course or something." Well, I was thinking, how is this 72-year-old guy who's not using the internet yet going to find a course? We didn't offer them at Georgia State University, except you had to pay a lot, and I knew as a senior citizen he didn't have a lot of income. So why shouldn't I teach him? So I still believed in what I did, and that's another reason that I'm starting this channel. Nobody takes the time to explain things to people. I want to make it available as a video and also have a cheat sheet that I will put on my Patreon so people can have something to look at while they're trying to do the steps that I've got outlined. So this is my mission, to be able to bring AI to ordinary people like you and me. I'm Dennis Cole, and I am a young adult science fiction author. I have an interest in science and in technology, so I've been very interested in AI for years. A lot of us creative people, writers, artists, songwriters, we're worried about copyright because all of these corporate AIs, and they fired their ethics departments, they are crawling the web and they're reading everything. And I've got whole books on Wattpad and on Royal Road. They're up there for free. Anyone can read them, and AIs can read them and have already. So excerpts from my book, my writing, my voice, my style are properly showing up when people ask AI to write for them. Subject of many lawsuits, and a lot of writers and artists have won. Recording artists are winning cases too. So well, I don't like to use the word American because South America, all those countries, they're Americans too. So I'll put it, I'm a U.S. citizen. Okay, so our copyright laws are the most strict in the world. We are supposed to have protections, and yet these AIs are going and reading our stuff and spouting works based off of these, and without giving us credit. So some AI companies are doing something about it, and they are paying artists, but this is few and far between. It's like the Wild West right now. So I'm really concerned that if I'm using an AI partner to help me not to write, because I can write all day. No, I don't want to use AI to write for me. I want to use AI to look at my stories and say, okay, I've got this character in X number of stories. Is my character description consistent across my stories? So that is what I'm using AI for. I want to teach you to use a local AI for your project. But I've mainly used it for a single question, or I've gotten it to generate some background art 3 months daily. And I've worked with all the major AIs, ChatGPT and Gemini 2.5 Pro, and many versions of Claude, both Opus and Sonnet. I've done vibe coding, which is where you get the AI to write a program for you. I've asked a lot of questions about how to start YouTube channels, how to market them, because I'm dumb about marketing. I'm a writer, I write. So all these things. But is AI safe to use? Privacy is a big problem, and all these major AIs, these companies, fired their ethics committees. They are out to make a profit. They make money the longer you are there asking questions of an AI. So yeah, public AI is a problem, but you can have a local AI on your machine that is private, that does not upload your precious data to the internet to be used by whoever for free. So if you've got a business idea and you don't want it stolen, if you've got stories that you want analyzed, if you've got any number of projects, if you've got an AI on your local machine and it does not connect to the internet, then that's pretty safe. So that's how I use AI. One thing is the free accounts are so limited. They're so expensive to subscribe to. I can't afford that on my Social Security check. So I have to find other ways to use AI. But 3 months ago, I got a job with Outlier AI, and one of the perks of that job is I get to use all the major AIs that I want to when I have a question or I want to learn how to do something, and I can just ask and ask and ask, and I'm not limited on how much I ask. I want to help you learn to increase your safety with AI. There are some things that you can't accomplish with a very small AI, and then you have to turn to the corporate AIs, or maybe try one like Mistral that is made in France, and it's ethical, it's ethically trained. So I want to teach you where these AIs are, how you can sign up, and how to talk to them to make the best use of your limited time on a free account, because you're going to run out. But corporate AI versus local AI is something that you need to know about. The corporate AIs, they fired their ethics committees. They are interested in keeping you asking questions for longer and longer, and it's tempting because the AI will always add something that it can do for you. So it tempts you to go ahead and do that, but then you're using what's called tokens on your free account, and when you run out of tokens, or you say you talk to the AI for too long, then you've run out of tokens for that day and you have to wait. So having a local AI means there are a lot of free ones that you can just download onto your computer for free, use them for free as long as you want, and you can help get some work done. If you've got proprietary data, if you've got a business idea that you don't want to blab on the internet, if you've got a story that you've written that you don't want somebody using excerpts from it without your permission, if you've got an artwork that you are proud of and you don't want that coming out of some AI, you can do it locally, and that way your data stays on your machine. So that's local AI versus corporate AI. And there are European AIs. I'm discovering more all the time. The most well-known is Mistral, and I have used it. There's a version of Mistral you can download onto your machine if it has enough RAM and a good enough graphics card. So the project that I'm doing with the ethical AI is an AI that can fit on a student laptop of 2 gigabytes RAM. That is tiny. That is very, very tiny. You can put an AI on it that can help you do real work. So I'll give you some use cases of exactly what you can do with these small AIs. You can put it on a phone with 4 gigabytes of RAM. My Pixel 3a does not have 4, it has 3, so I can't put an AI on it, but I'm going to document my work on all these projects and show you how I got started, and I'll provide my chats. So I've got the full text of all these chats that I did with AI, and I'm going to make those available on my Patreon. So on the free tier, so you can get to them. I may make some of them behind a paywall, but I want to have the basics available for everybody. So that's what I'm all about. That's what my channel's all about, and I hope you'll stay tuned and see what I come up with, and I'm hoping that it will help you in your everyday life. And here's my channel. I hope that y'all enjoy it and have a nice day.